be more than human.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is J.R. Carroll. I am the author of the More Than Human novels, and today we are going to talk about an author that is quickly becoming one of my go-tos, and that is Leigh Bardugo. I got into her books through Ninth House and then on to Hellbent, which I love the Alex Stern series. I think it is getting better. A lot of people really loved Ninth House. I thought Ninth House was good, but Hellbent was even better, and it's really turning into kind of an urban fantasy. Now, I knew she had a new book coming up this year, The Familiar, and just by the title, I immediately think vampires. And, there's a lot of vampires coming out. I know vampires. My first book, as you can see. But as you read the back of the book, I'm not going to go into spoilers. The book just came out. But we are in a setting that we don't often see. We are in the days of the Inquisition in Madrid, Spain. And I love this setting. Like I said, it's a different type of setting. You don't see very much. We follow a poor servant named Luisa, and she has a little bit of magic to her. She's able to do little certain things here, certain things there, and then she accidentally kind of reveals this to her. You want to say her masters or the family that kind of she belongs to and works for and all that good stuff. And she doesn't hardly know anything about like the outside world and whatnot, but she fixes this glass that breaks kind of out of thin air. And so this family that she with is not a very rich noble family. They're kind of olive farmers, so they're kind of on the edge and they're trying to work their way up. And the woman of the house is like, okay, I can use this to my advantage to do like a party trick, and that's what it becomes. It becomes a party trick. Now, the story in itself, I thought was just okay. I'm a moments person, and there were some really hard hitting moments in this book, and I believe Leigh Bardugo is one of the best dialogue writers, and her wordsmithing skills, her prose, uh, just magnificent. I can just sit there and just read, or if you do the audiobooks too, you listen to her words, and they're just beautiful. But especially her dialogue in this book is so good. If you are a fan of Leigh Bardugo's, I'm quite certain that you are going to love this book. And if you've never read any of her books, this is a great book to come into. Some people who are like hardcore fantasy fans aren't such a fan of Alex Stern's series, but I think this might be more up your alley again with the Inquisition is out there. So with our main character, she kind of gets thrust into this party trick thing going on, and then of course they're found out. And there's this tournament that kind of the king's putting on like a show of miracles or whatever. And I don't know why, but in the last couple of years, tournaments have been really kind of making their way back into a lot of these fantasy books, which is cool. I mean, I like a good tournament as much as anybody. But again, I'm not going to go into heavy spoilers here. But what I will say is, our main character meets this very unique immortal man. Now, this is in the back of the book, so I'm not spoiling anything. But the key to his immortality is very unique. And the whole situation and the dynamic between those two characters is a I don't know, it's a pairing that I really haven't seen in any other book. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I'm sure maybe she just didn't invent this, but it must be rare because I haven't really seen it, and it is quite a thing that she puts in here. And so, as I say, I'm a moment person. The end of this book is crazy, and it's a punch in the chest. I'm like, what did you do, Lee? What did you do to me? But let me know if this is a book that's on your radar. If you are a big fan of Leigh Bardugo's, what is your favorite book of hers? Let me know if you've already got into it. What are you thinking about it? If you want to support this channel, you can check out my Patreon. Like, subscribe, more than anything helps out so we can get this video off to more people and be more than human.